In today's episode, we have a massive $300 nickel hunt for you guys. Now, I went to a couple TD banks and grabbed a few boxes. We have 2 boxes right here. You can see the TD sticker, and I already opened up both of the boxes to check for enders and actually organize them, the clear rolls and the paper rolls, and I didn't see anything too crazy for either of the boxes, but we do have a bunch of customer wrap rolls, which for me is a good sign that we may hopefully have some good stuff in there. But we do also have $100 in loose rolls, one of which has a young head ender on it, so that's looking pretty promising. But I'm excited for this hunt. I'm holding out some hope. Maybe I can find some good stuffs, maybe some 12 edgers, maybe some George the 6th. Maybe we'll get really lucky, find some George the 5ths, or some proofs or specimens or anything like that would be really awesome as well. Before I can start tearing into these boxes and all of these rolls, I'd really appreciate very much if y'all would hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more coin roll hunting and coin collecting videos just like this. And then without further ado, guys, what do you say we start this gargantuan hunt off with a bang? Let this hunt begin. I'm just a few rolls into box number 1, and it looks like we might already have our first 12 edger here, so I thought I would do the honors of pulling it out live for you guys if I can here. Oh, look at that. It is gonna be a Georgie. Now what date is it gonna be? It looks a little rusted. 1950. A very corroded, rusty looking 1950 Georgie to start this hunt off. So very awesome. We are only a few rolls in and we have already been rewarded for our efforts. So I will add this up to our board up here, keep going along with this roll, and then keep rolling on with both the boxes and tune you guys in if we find anything else good, which I'm sure there's got to be something else in all of this amazing stuff we have to hunt today. Couple rolls down, we haven't found anything too crazy. We did find one 1964, no extra water line at least yet. I'll make sure to keep checking for that as I go along. And I also found one rabbit nickel. I almost missed it, but I saw the super shiny obverse when I was about to scoop all of the nickels up, and then I flipped it and saw this good old bunny jump out at me. But that is not actually what I'm tuning you in for. What I'm showing you right now is we got ourselves a penny in this roll, so it's gonna be a bit of a loss here, but I figured I would fish this thing out and see what it's gonna be. Looks like it's gonna be a 90s penny. Well, it's a little beat up, but 1993, so I believe this may still be a copper penny. I'm not too sure when exactly they switched to the steel composition, but pretty cool to be able to find pennies and nickel rolls still. They abolished the Canadian penny in 2012, so it is definitely not supposed to be in here. Might be a loss of a couple cents, but still cool to see them because you don't see them too often. So another interesting little find for the board. I'll finish this roll up and keep going along. Alright, I am past the halfway mark now. I've been flipping these rolls over from this side to this side as I go, so just about all this has not been searched yet, but guys, we have just found a George the 5th nickel. I think this is going to be the 3rd one I've ever found. I have not flipped the date over yet. We're going to be able to see this together at the same time. I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer right now, so hopefully we can see this together. Oh my lordy. What is it gonna be? A 1931, so it's not a key date, and I don't believe it's anything too special, but it is special in its own right that it is a George the 5th nickel. My lord, guys, this hunt has been completely validated already. This is just the first box, and we have already gotten a heater. Oh my lord, yes, yes. If you hunt it, you will find it. I have stricken out in a lot of nickel boxes, but that's why I decided to up the ante for this one, hopefully to increase my chances, and it definitely paid off, guys. We have struck in a George the 5th nickel. My lordy, kapow. Awesome. I also got a 2000p nickel. Let me see if I can find that. Where is that bad boy right here? But man, that is nothing compared to this right here. A George the 5th. Georgie. So 2 so far. George the 6th and this George the 5th. I shall keep going along, guys. Tune in if I find anything else good, but oh Lord, what a hunt this has been. So I have just completed box number 1. I think now I'm going to start tackling these loose rolls here, starting with these clear rolls. We got that young head ender I'm looking forward to getting into, but already this hunt has been off to a great start. We have already struck in ourselves a George V, so anything we just find at this point will pretty much be a bonus, but hopefully there will be a few more of this guy's son in there, Mr. George VI himself, or some other cool varieties or heirs would be nice too. I got the microscope out just in case, but the only way we will find anything is to start tearing into these bad boys, so let's get right into them. Well, we are really getting down to the nitty gritty. I've just started the second last bundle of these loose rolls that we have torn into, and we just found ourselves an incredible heater, guys. We also found quite a few 2000 Ps. We found a few more bunny nickels, a whole lot of 1964s, some 12 edgers. Those are all 60s, 61, 62s, and this right here, guys, is a 1951. So first of all, you know what that means. It is a George head, and also the 1951 has a variation, a high relief and low relief variation. So I have the microscope here. I'm going to throw this under the scope, and if the A points directly to the denticles, then I believe this is a high relief, and if it points in between the denticles, then it's a low relief. So let's throw this under the scope really quickly. Well, unfortunately, that A is not pointing directly to the denticle, but slightly underneath it, so that tells me it is most likely a low relief, but still not in too bad a shape. A little bit of wear there on the beaver. I believe the mintage of the 1951 non-commemorative is around 4,313,410, and there is a commemorative version that is much more of a high mintage, so this is the much better one to find. I'm still really happy that we were able to find another George VI. So I'll keep going along, tune you guys back in if I find anything else. Hopefully I find some more good stuff in these loose rolls right here. But if not, then we still got one more box to get into. Well, we are down to the last box, and man, we have all sorts of good stuff accumulated already. We have some foreign finds over here. Let me show you some of these. These are all from those loose rolls. This right here is an Australian, I believe, 5-cent coin. I think the year is around 2000 for that. We got ourselves a Bahamas 5-cent coin. I get these very often. They're quite common in hunts. We got a couple 63s, 2 stacks of 64s. We got 1960 to 1962. I just wanted to show you guys this one right here. This is a 1960, and I don't know if this came out of a proof set or specimen or what the deal is, but it just looks really nice cameo on it, that is for sure. And what else do we have here? We have that 1951, which is definitely going to be the find of that second part of the 3 parts of this hunt. And 1951 is a great year to look for, even if it isn't the high relief. 1951 non-commemorative is definitely a key date nickel. And then we found a couple more rabbit nickels, and we also found this right here. I did not tune you guys in for a 1956 12 edge young head. So we found ourselves a nice pre-60s young head. But we got a lot more to hunt, guys. This has been a very long, big undertaking, this $300 nickel hunt, but I think it was worth it. We found all sorts of good stuff already. Who knows what we can find in this box, but there's only one way to find out, and that is to get into these rolls. So let's start her off.
One eternity later.
Well, I just finished sifting through box number 3. And I have to report, I didn't find a single thing in here. I didn't find a single young head. I didn't find anything pre-1980 actually. Didn't find any key dates, nothing low mintage, no 2000 Ps, no 1970s, no 1991s. It's like the Grinch visited this box, or just another coin roll hunter. We do have this mark on the inside flap. I was a little worried when I picked it up and looked at it, but I was still holding out some hope. But it's a darn shame when you have to look through 50 customer wrapped rolls and you don't find a single thing. But that's what you got to do. That's what coin roll hunting is all about. But you guys know the drill. I have concluded this hunt. Before I start wrapping up all of these finds, I would really appreciate if you would once more just hit that thumbs up if you have not, and subscribe for more coin content just like this. And then what do you say I start breaking down some of these finds we managed to accumulate today. Now, we only pulled two 1963s. I do believe they are much lower mintage than the 1964. They're both in very rough shape. We did manage to pull two pretty hefty stacks of 1964s. You know, they pumped them out in very high mintage, both in Canada and the US in 1964, it would seem, but I'm really hoping one of these days I can get lucky and find the unicorn that is the extra waterline. I know some other hunters have been getting pretty lucky lately and finding them out there, so I am holding out some hope. Over here we have our foreign finds of this hunt. We have that Bermuda 5 cents, and then this right here, which I will say is definitely the foreign find of this hunt, the Australian 5 cents with the porcupine on there. Pretty cool little design. I always love coinage that has animal designs on it. I mean, Canada is probably one of the biggest proprietors of that, but pretty cool little coin right there. We have our little pile of 1960 to 1962 nickels. I'll show you this one once again a little bit closer because it is a very nice 1960, kind of has some nice toning out towards the edges there if you can't see it. So we managed to pull ourselves this 1951, a very good find on its own. It is definitely a key date, very low mintage, and I love finding the commemoratives, but these, I only have a few of them, and one of these days I'm hoping I can really luck out and find the high relief. I don't know how many of them are actually out there in circulation, if any, but if anyone else out there has ever come across one of them, please let me know, because this is a great find if you can find the high relief version of it, even if it's not in the greatest condition, kind of like this one right here. We also have that other George head that we found, a 1950, so 1 year earlier than that. But this one is all rusty and kind of beat up on that side, but it doesn't matter to me. Anytime I get to see that George the 6th obverse, it still makes me a happy coin roll hunter. And then over here, look at all these 2000 Ps we managed to nab today. I think we got 5 of them. This one is in terrible condition. Usually the 2000 Ps will be in really good condition, but it looks like this one might have had some weather damage to it, but that's all right. I'll still hold on to it. I still like it. And then we have that 1956 young head. We got a nice little litter of rabbits here, 3 rabbit nickels. Sometimes they'll come up dry on those, so it's nice to accumulate a couple of those. And then guys, we have this. We scored ourselves a George V nickel. You don't come across these too often when you are a Canadian coin roll hunter. I would say they are the equivalent of a buffalo nickel, or maybe even a mix between a buffalo and a V nickel, the American V nickel that is. But a very awesome find. It has completely validated this hunt and made me happy that I went out and grabbed these 3 boxes. Kind of reinvigorated me to go out and score some more boxes and do some more hunts for you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, peace out and have a good one, y'all.